All right. Things. This has become a saga. This has become a crazy saga. And you know what? All I want is clarity. That's all I want is clarity. Because let me just be clear here before we go into the details. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm not on Bartomeu's side. I'm not on Messi's side. Because the fact of the matter is that I haven't read any I've not read the contract. Nobody has read the contract. So if nobody has read the contract, how can anybody make any kind of assertion as to what's popular? Because nobody has read any kind of contract. So before we say, oh my gosh, Messi's lying, Messi's just being a prima donna, or Bartomeu is holding him against his will, do you know for sure which side is right? You don't. Nobody knows for sure which side is right. So before we make any kind of assertions, let's until we see the contract fully put out there, let's just keep it shush. But let's just see the latest details that we have now. So these are the dudes that I've really been following back at center in this whole thing, because I think they've been pretty good in reporting this whole stuff. So let's just say Jorge Messi's his statement that he released. So this is Jorge Messi's statement that was released here. Let's see whether we can go in a bit deeper. Okay, no, we can't. So I'll just read it out for you guys in case you can't see. So Mr. Jorge Messi, as representative of the professional soccer player, Mr. Lionel Andres Messi, in response to the informative notes published on August 30th, 2020 by the National, okay, blah, blah, blah. We do not know which contract is the one they have analyzed and what are the bases on which they conclude that it would have an applicable termination clause in case the player decides to urge the unilateral termination of the same with effect from the end of the 2019-2020 sports season. That's key. That's key. Nothing says anything about June. That's right there is key. That right there is key. This is due to an obvious error on your part. Thus, as literally stated in clause 8.2.6 of the contract signed between the club and the player, this compensation will not apply on termination of the contract by unilateral decision effective from the end of the season 2019-2020. That is key. That is key. Without prejudice to other rights that are included in the contract and that you admit, it is obvious that the compensation of 700 million euros provided for in the previous clause 8.2.3.5 does not apply at all. See, the language used is very important here. The language used is very important. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm into learn this whole thing is interesting, but the language used is very important. Is 2019-2020 season. That is different from a date that says June. That is very different from June, because June is June. So you can say anything you want, June is June. But according to Jorge Messi and his lawyers and so forth, they said no. The contract says at the end of the 2019-2020 sports season. So if it is at the end of that sports season, it is what it is. So forget about the whole date and everything. If at the end of the season, he can effectively leave for a free and unilaterally terminates his contract, and it is what it is. So I don't know where La Liga and Bartomeu are coming from. Now, I'm not saying that they're wrong. My thing is that since they've put this out there, so we now need to hear from them as a response that says, that denies that it says the 2019-2020 season, and for them to now prove and say, oh, no, this is June. So the thing here is two things. First of all, can we please see this contract? Surely this contract exists, because this is my fear. My fear is, was this just a verbal agreement? That is my fear. My fear is that I don't think that there's anything written down. This is just like a gentleman agreement, handshake, and I have faith that you will hold up your end of the bargain. We don't need to write anything down. That's my fear. If there is a written contract, let's see this contract. Let's see this contract. Because the thing about the contract is that it's word for word. And I think, look, even if we're not laws and anything, if let's say you make this contract public record, and I would argue for Barcelona, Bartomeu, make this contract public record so we can all see. So if you can all read it, lawyers can read and everything read, and we then decide, aha, boom, which brings me to my next point. So people that are now saying that Messi is going to decide to stay because he doesn't want this to drag out in court because based off the law that he has for Barcelona. My argument is, let us bring an independent party into this. La Liga are biased. I get Barcelona's points, I get Messi's points. I don't want to hear from La Liga because La Liga, you have ulterior motives. We know why you are going to be naturally biased because you need Messi to stay for the benefits of your league. A lot of people make a lot of money by Messi's presence being in La Liga. So La Liga, we don't want you involved. Let's bring in courts for the arbitration of sports or another independent party to look at this contract as an objective independent entity to then decide who is in the right. Because my thing about it is that, which is a key enough when people are saying, if Messi announces that he's staying, what was the point of that statement being released? So if he's saying he's staying, that means, as we've all said, he's staying under duress. So he still wants to leave. He still believes that he's in the right, but he feels that he is now being forced to stay and he doesn't want to sort of rock the boat. Which for me, no. If you are in the right, and if you are in the right to leave on a free, then, you see, for me, it isn't going to be dragging the club to the court or making the club look bad. Because if the club and Bartomeu have lied or they haven't looked at the contracts properly, that's on them. That's on them. Because, see, the thing about this stuff is that right is right. Right is right. Truth is truth. Like the beauty about the truth is that you can't argue against the truth. You can't reinterpret the truth. There are a million lies and there's only one truth. There's only one truth. So if Messi does believe that, no, it says at the end of the season, at the end of the 2019-20 season, it doesn't say June. It says at the end of the 2019-2020 season, I can leave for a free. I can unilaterally end my contract with Barcelona. Then you go to the court and fight for it. Because, see, someone is right. Someone is right. Unless this is one of the weirdest contracts ever where both sides can be right. Hence why it goes back to the thing like, see, there had to be a clear agreement. And maybe there was something lost in translation because I believe that Messi believed that at the end of the season, whatever it is, at the end of the season, I can decide whether to extend my contract or to leave on a free. And for Bartomeu and so forth, in his mind was, as soon as June passes, you're ours. You can't leave anymore. But what does it say in the contract? Because for me, I don't know what you guys think. It would be very weird if Messi now stays, but he still believes that he's staying. Because I think that's what the Barca Santa boys said, that he will now feel like if he's staying against his will. So wait, what are they saying? Sorry, Barca Center. So IG Coutinho. So yeah, our understanding is Messi released a statement to make it clear he's staying against his will. He can leave for free, but doesn't want to battle the club he loves in court, so he stays until 2021. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know what you. That's weird. As a Barcelona fan, do you want that? Ronald Koeman, do you want a player staying against his will? No matter how great the player is, how amazing the player is, do you want a player staying against his will? Where you know that he's not 100% in here and his intention is to leave at the end of the season. But the key thing, what about whether he wants to leave at the end of the season? Many people have said, okay, this is my last season. But the fact that he doesn't want to be here now. He doesn't want to be here for another year. He wants to leave, but the club is not allowing him to leave from his point of view. Do you really want that? Do you want that? But see, the key thing here, I just understand, guys, I know Bartomeu isn't a football player. He's not famous and so forth. But before everybody insults Bartomeu and calls him a loser, we don't know who is right here. Why should we just assume now Jorge Messi is right? He's made a statement. I'm like, okay. All I'm thinking in my mind is two things. Can we see this contract? Can we have an independent judiciary committee come in and deliberate on this? Those are the only two things I want. The two things, let's see this contract. Let an independent committee come in to then come in as an objective entity to then decide who is right, who is wrong. That's where I'm at. That's where I am. Oh, look, here we go. Messi is a different. See, Messi did everything for a club. You see, no, where's the... I get that. But you have to look at it from both sides. What if Barcelona are right? That he is legally under contract? If he's legally under contract, and it says that there's look at it. If it says in the contract 700 million release clause, why should they change that? So because he's done amazing things for the club, they should just ignore what it says in the contract. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Like you have to honor a contract, and that's where the key thing is, what does this contract say? So guys, before you say Bartomeu is this evil dude and everything, it's not the thing. Oh, just let him go free. If in the contract it says specifically you have a release clause of 700 million, then that's what the contract says. So we can't say let him go if we don't know what it says in the contract. Oh wow, that's such a big match. All right, what are you guys saying, man? True HH, La Liga wants Messi to stay. And no, 100%. That's what I said. Like, La Liga is biased. La Liga statements. We need an independent. It just I just don't think Messi is going to take this to a court. But for me, I think that take it to a court. If you believe you're right, take it to court. How does it harm you or anyone taking it to court? Because if you feel you are in your rights, you go to court. So someone accuses me of stealing some Skittles. I didn't. Oh no, you didn't. But no, I didn't. Okay, if you want to prove it, I will go to court and please provide the evidence that I stole Skittles. Because I know that I didn't. So unless you planted something or you made a clone of me, I know that I didn't do it. So I will go to court and prove because I know that I'm right. So if Messi, you know that you're right, go over to court because La Liga will always side with Barcelona. Why in the hell would La Liga even think of side? La Liga probably hasn't even viewed the contract. Trust me. They have it about whoever the president is. He's like, look, he even says to Bartomeu, don't even show me the flipping contract. Don't. We believe you. We're on your side because we want this guy to flipping stay. Because we want this guy to flipping stay. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You see, now this is where I disagree. If he takes it to court, it would destroy the relationship with Barcelona fans. No. It's how would it? How would it? If Messi is right, Barcelona fans will be like, no, the Barcelona fans will go against the board and Bartomeu. Because if Messi feels he is in the right, it's his right to go to court. So how can Barcelona fans be against him if Messi says that, I believe I had an agreement that said at the end of the 2019-2020 season, I can leave for free. But these guys are not honoring the contract. I've begged them, I've negotiated, they refuse to honor the contract. So what else can I do? Well, I can either stay against my will or go to court to prove that I am right. I don't think that you should have to stay against your will. If you feel you're right, it is your right to go to court. So how can fans say anything? How can fans say anything? A contract is a contract. You can't just say, oh, no, I'm going to ignore the contract. No, a contract is a contract. Well, going to court could last for months and could leave Messi not playing for several months until the court case is resolved. I mean, see this is a good point because even when I was watching ESPN FC, that was what some guys were saying that like that this is what could potentially happen where you're not just going to go straight into court. This is a process. It takes time, deliberation, and everything, and it is an unwanted distraction going into the new season. Which I which makes you see which see now I think this might that might just be the key point. That might just be the key point. Which is why I wish there was like a quicker for me, my thing about it is why can't this just be released on public record? Maybe there's some legality against it and everything, but my argument is release this contract in full and let all lawyers from everywhere view it, but just send it to an independent judiciary committee because surely it is a case of a few hours of reading, studying, and coming to a logical legal determination. That's my thing. So, because in the contracts must either say end of the 2019-2020 season or June. Or does the contract say June and the end of the 2019-2020 season? And both parties are just interpreting it how they like. And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just bested, man. A moment of silence for City, FTA. A sad day for them. I knew that Messi was never going to go to City. I can see, guys. What was the first video that I made during this whole thing? The very first video that I made was that Messi is staying. I know he's going to stay. Now this is the closest that he's been to leaving, but I knew ultimately he's going to stay. I knew that he was going to stay. I knew that he was never going to leave. But I just believe that for Barcelona, I just think they have him. They have him in the clutches of their hands. H, do you think it's actually legal for Barcelona to show their contract to the public for everyone and the Nana to be able to interpret? Again, that's what I just said. I think legally, I don't think you're allowed to do that. Because I just said, like as a legal thing, I don't think you can make that sort of public record. I just wish there was a way you could. Because I just think the issue with this whole thing is that let's just see what this contract says. Let's just see what this contract says. So, but I just think the situation that we have now, because you can't make it public record, because it would be too much of a long process in the courts, Messi will stay. So let's deal with that fact. Messi is staying. But Messi is staying when he wants to leave. What kind of player is that? Mentally, psychologically, what kind of player is that? And my thing about this is that for Ronald Koeman, what do you do? So if you're Ronald Koeman, what do you do? I mean, do you still play him? Do you acquiesce to him? How does that affect the dressing room? How does that affect the people around? All right. FIFA has already set a precedent that if you're going to court for a transfer, you can transfer before the matter is settled in court. So he'd be able to play for City while settling the matter in court. Oh, how so? How so? Are you sure that's what? Are you sure that is legal? No, I think for something like this, you have to settle the matter in because I don't think they'll just allow homeboy just to somehow play for another team while it's been settled in court. That sounds wild. But I just think, look, as of right now, Barcelona are in a very strong position. They're in a very strong position because I just think Messi knows that if I try to challenge this, it will be a process. It's going to be a long process. And do you want to go through that long process? Because remember, the season starts like in a few weeks, I believe. I think in La Liga season starts in a few weeks. But I just go back to Ronald Koeman. If Ronald Koeman, what do you do? So if you have a player, okay, superstar player, amazing player, but he now comes back and you know how after the meeting you had, he wanted to leave. So he obviously does not trust you and your vision and the team. So from Koeman's man of visa, okay, this guy is leaving. But now that he comes back, do you change your plans? The heck? Is he allowed to bench him? Is he allowed to put him on the bench? Who knows? HH, Messi will make the dressing room a hell for Koeman. You see, that because you have to realize what's happening now. So most likely Messi's best friend, the cannibal, is going to be joining Juventus. So his best friend is away. So obviously you got Piqué and Busquets in there as well. But it's going to be a very weird vibe. So I know Griezmann came up with the statement that, oh no, I'm so happy. I wanted to stay. We wanted to stay and everything. But I think deep down, guys are going to be saying to themselves that, okay, this is going to feel like this is a player who said he wanted to leave. Because my thing about it is that, so does he still remain captain? So see, things have changed now. Because Ronald Koeman, in his point of view, is that no, I now have the power now. Barca fans may not like that or anything, but I now have the power now. Because you have now been forced to stay, because Barcelona are now in a stronger position, because we have now, because you want to leave, you're being held down. And Barcelona have employed me. So really, I am in a stronger position to play you wherever I like, to sub you, or to take the captain's armband away from you, because you're not, you've not wanted to be here. But you see, this only does more harm than good, I think, for Koeman and the dressing room, I believe. Because look, of course, Messi, when he plays, of course, he's going to score goals, he's going to do amazing and everything. But, and 85% Messi is still an amazing Messi. Okay. And 85% Messi, a Messi that's even not fully focused, is still an amazing Messi. He will still be one of the best players in La Liga. But you're not going to get the best out of him. You're not going to get the top tier dude. And does that hinder the dressing room and the players, man? Oh no, he wouldn't. I mean, see, he wouldn't. He wouldn't stay. For me, I think if Messi stays, he will. He won't be. See, he will give 100%, but he obviously won't be 100% in there mentally. But come on, Messi wouldn't dare underperform or drag his feet for real. He wouldn't dare do that. He wouldn't dare do that, because again, see, then see already. See, this is what I said to people I was saying on Football Dugouts. Amazing player, and I think really good player. But I've always questioned his character. I've always questioned his character, because something like this could have been handled differently. Do you know, to this day, we still have not had a statement made from Lionel Messi? Now, not only because of his lawyers and so forth and everything, but basically, this is the thing. Unless you were 110% sure that you could leave, do you know what Messi did? The fact of the matter is that you were not 100% sure. So the fact that Barcelona, because trust me, most contracts, it's cut and dry, like you can leave here. But the fact that Barcelona even believe that, oh no, you can still stay, means that you were not 100% sure that you could leave. So if you were not 100% sure, you should still turn up to training. Which is why this is also what makes things weird, because you have to be fully in your belief that I'm no longer a Barcelona player. You have to fully believe that, which is why it makes things weird. By not turning up to training or the testing, you have made a clear statement that says, I am no longer a member of Barcelona. I am no longer part of that. I am now free. So to now turn back against your will, it feels weird. So if you're a Barcelona fan right now, how do you feel? How do you feel when a player has pretty much said, I'm no longer a member of your club anymore. I'm no longer a member of your team. I'm out. And he's done this without really saying any goodbye, without making a statement. It's like, now, like, cool, I'm gonna, and I want to now believe it. So, and I see that's the thing is that, see, for Messi fans will always be Messi fans, and that's cool. But for Barcelona fans, how do you view this? Because maybe if you're a Barcelona fan, hey, it's Messi. He's done so many amazing things. Based on what he's given to the club, he can do whatever he wants, which is fine. So he'd win in court 10 out of 10. Good faith principle definitely applies in this case. Good faith intention of the contract, the exact word and intention was what? Good faith principle. Why? No, 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 no. But I'm sorry. I don't know how that works. Okay, maybe you're more of a lawyer than I am, but wording is key. If you go into a court of law, the lawyer depends upon and relies upon evidence, and they use clear evidence to make their case. So if they're in a court, they're like, I need this contract, and I'm going to be extrapolating evidence. Hence why they say Exhibit A, Exhibit B. So Exhibit A is a contract, and here's my interpretation of this contract. So I don't, because if you now say faith intention, how do you prove faith and intention? How do you prove that? But to me, I could say, oh no, my faith and intention was no, you leave at the end of June. So any court in the world would side with Messi. It's obvious. Well, you see, Mo, I would like to believe that courts are neutral and they're objective. That's what I would like to believe. That was what I'd like to believe. But sometimes people can have ulterior motives and so forth. And I think based on hence why it is very important the kind of courts that you go to. Hence why whenever you hire a referee, the referee it's always good to hire a referee that first of all doesn't support any of the teams, doesn't even support any football team. So you get a fair game. So if you're going to a court, you'd want a judge or judges who have zero interest in football. All they care about is just the law. So their pride and joy and everything is about the law. So if you just go to judges, but like, I watch football, I have no interest in this sport. Then like, look, I'm just here fully objectively trying to see what's popping off. So it's about what kind of dudes that you have, man. Or is it? Well, we haven't really seen the contract, so it has an obvious who would win. Only Messi. Again, this is the thing, So when you're going to a court of law, the key evidence in this case will be the contract, and that is what is going to be scrutinized, investigated, looked upon from all angles, from all angles, So it is impossible for anyone to say, "Oh no, this is how it's what this how." No, what the freak is this going on? You have to just look at what the contract says. See that the main news I see Messi said. So everything that Messi will stay at Barcelona until the end of next season. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Look. So this is the confusion. So Messi says he will stay, but his party obviously does not believe that he has to stay. Guys, I'm sorry, that's a weird situation. So if you're a Barcelona fan, are you like, yes, at last Messi's going to stay? Yeah, we have Messi for one more year, even though he wanted him to stay. If you're Ronald Koeman, this is bad news. This is horrible news. And you see, if you're just like Koeman, but if you're Koeman, you would say, oh, guys, man, it would really help if you sold this dude because this messes with my plans. Because obviously, after our meeting, I made plans, and as soon as he said that, as soon as him and Koeman met, and Messi then made the statement that, all right, I'm leaving, Koeman already was making plans that, all right, Wijnaldum, Depay, all these dudes, I am now making plans for a Barcelona without Messi. And that is how he's been planning, and he's constructing his whole game plan. So to now change that, and when now Messi comes back, it's messes with Koeman's plans. So Barcelona have screwed over Koeman. They screwed him over. Because you now have a situation where Messi doesn't believe in his coach. That's the key thing. Let's just start there. Messi does not believe in his manager because they had a meeting, and after that meeting, he wanted to leave. Also, as well, Messi doesn't believe in his team. He doesn't believe in his project. So you have a player, and it's you have a player there who it's similar to Ericsson, which is why Mourinho didn't really play Ericsson that much, because he knew that Ericsson, you're not signed a contract, you're not fully in here. How can I play you? So that's it. My interest. My interest is what Messi is going to look like next season, how he'll play. I am very intrigued now, because right now he's staying, he will remain. So my interest now is that, how will this guy look? I said, this, I hope and pray, will be my last video on this. So hence why I just wanted to do this as a live, because I think it's now done. Because I'm now tired of this. I want to now move on from this, because your boy Havertz is going to be dropping very soon. And we're going to be doing a Havertz live shakedown. So hopefully this is my last time on this. So boom. But my thing is, okay, he's now staying. How will that look? How will that feel? Will this be good? And Messi, we will never forget about 8-2. That's never happening. You've done amazing things, you've done great things and everything, but we're never going to forget about 8-2. It's never going to. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Sorry, what are you doing? Let me see. Oh, well, I think. Sorry. Koeman shouldn't have been so boisterous to plan the team without him, not knowing he was gone. Ronnie, think about this logically. You arrive at Barcelona, you have a meeting with Messi. Literally after that meeting, Messi decides to leave. What the hell are you supposed to do if you're Ronald Koeman? And this guy makes his intentional desire to leave. Even more so, Rodney, he doesn't turn up for training. What are you supposed to do as a manager? In your mind, you're like, so obviously he doesn't believe in me as a manager, because I had a meeting. So from that meeting, he obviously didn't believe in my plans. He didn't believe in my vision. He said he wants to leave, and he doesn't turn up for training. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I have to plan for without you. Why should I even think about planning with you when you've already made your intentions clear that you don't believe in me, you don't believe in my product, and you don't believe in this team? So, all right, I've got to go, because see, Ronald Koeman's job isn't to please Messi. His job is to get the best out of Barcelona. That is what is him employed to do. He's employed by Barcelona, not by Messi. And Messi is trying to leave Barcelona, the club that has just employed Koeman. So Koeman's business, his duty is to Barcelona, not to Messi. So if his duty is to Barcelona and a player is trying to leave this club, he's like, okay, cool, fine. Let me now focus on the guys that are here that are with Barcelona. So he was fully in his rights to plan without him, man. Why don't Barcelona try to get a fee of like 100 million plus players instead of losing him for free next season? They have to pay his insane wages anyways if he stays. You see, from Barcelona's point of view, this makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. And because see, I think that this is like a weird kind of moral victory that Bartomeu wants also, because it doesn't make any sense. Because what this is I'll tell you what this is. Because as you said, that makes sense. If Messi says, no matter what, I'm not signing a contract and I'm leaving for free next season, that's the key thing. I'm leaving for free next season. You're going to lose Lionel Messi for nothing. Whereas you can get 100 million and players to help Ronald Koeman. That is, losing Messi for 100 mil plus 3 players is a far better deal than losing Messi for nothing. In a year where who knows what he will win this season? Who knows? Because in Messi's point of view, he knows that, because Messi, okay, La Liga is cool. Messi wants to win the Champions League. And unless some weird miracle happens, I know miracle happens, but unless some kind of weird, crazy miracle happens, I don't know how this team sniffs a CL quarterfinal or a CL semi. I don't know how. I don't know how. So what about the percentage of Messi going to Man City? The way it's looking, Messi isn't going to court. He's not good. He's not going to go to court. He's going to stay. He's going to stay. And he's going to stay against his will. So Messi to Man City. Sorry, Man City fans, it ain't happening. He ain't going to Man City this summer. Because Barcelona. See, that's why. In Barcelona's point of view, I think in their mind they are hoping that he can extend his contract, and they maybe believe that he's going to extend his contract. So maybe Barcelona are playing, but they're playing a very risky game, because Barcelona are playing a game in which let us at least give ourselves the opportunity for him to somehow change his mind and sign a contract extension, so that we don't lose him for 100 mil. So they are pretty much betting on Messi's loyalty to the club. That's what they're doing. So they're basically betting on Messi's loyalty to the club. But it's like he is staying for one more season. He's staying for one more season. And for me, just like on a personal level, I think it would have been a great story. It would have been far better to see Messi leave the club, see Messi in a different team, different country, and to see Barcelona without Messi. I think that would be great. I'd have loved to see Messi in the Premier League. That would have been cool, because it's new, it's interesting, it's different. And I would have loved to see a Barcelona side without Messi, completely different, to see Griezmann and the Us given greater control. Because my thing about it is that if Messi now stays, so if Messi now stays, does he now play deep? Does he now hold the ball? Is he now the point man? Is he now the playmaker? Is that what Koeman wants? That is what I am curious about, because now that Messi stays, what is the relationship going to be like between him and Koeman right now? Because Koeman's like, oh, bro, oh, hello, hi. Oh, but last time we met, you said you wanted to leave. That's what you wanted to leave. Yeah, I know. No. Yeah, look, as who I don't give. I know he's staying. I already know he's staying. I don't care. Like I told you, this is the last video I'm doing on this whole saga. So I'm not doing a video about Messi's still. Like, I'm done. Okay, we could have had a great footballing story and everything, and so it was all a waste. It was all a freaking waste, man. Actually, Messi could still leave. It's possible that the news. No. I can guarantee you, Messi is staying. Bro, I can guarantee you 100% he is staying, because Messi knows that because it just doesn't seem as if he is going to push this any further, because Barcelona will just keep on fighting back. And I think if he pushes, he's just going to waste his playing time. So basically, Barcelona and Bartomeu, they won. I mean, you can hate them as much as you want and say anything, but they won. I'm sorry, they won. I know Bartomeu is a prig, is a loser. They won. They won this war. They went to war. Bartomeu and Barcelona, they won, because they get to keep Messi. They don't lose him, and who knows what can happen next season. But you see, my whole thing about this is that Messi, before you did this, surely you had to be sure, because I've never seen anything like this happen before. How does a player say that I'm not part of the club and the club disagrees? I'm sorry, guys. Maybe you can tell me of an instance where this happened before. Has this ever happened before, where a player just says, "Nah, the contract is up. I'm no longer part of it," and the club is like, "Huh? No, you're still part of you're still part of this team." I've never seen anything like this happen before, which is why I pray. I don't think this is true, but I pray that Messi hasn't done this because of trying to change the 8-2 narrative. Please. I hope he has not done this because he tried to change the 8-2 narrative. That he didn't go through all this whole thing. Obviously, Messi, and then now it was because See, Messi, you have to understand this. We're never forgetting about the 8-2. That's never happening. We will be revisiting that on numerous occasions, and that is on your record. We are never forgetting about 8-2. 8-2 is on record, and 8-2 is on Wikipedia, and your boy HH will be reminding people of 8-2. It is real. I watched this right here. It's on record. You can see my reaction about it on this channel. My boy just says that Barca fans called PSG Prison FC because of Neymar, only for their club to hold hostage of their goats. How the tables have turned. I love this game. PSG was never, see, for me, I never viewed PSG as Prison FC. You know? So maybe you say, oh, because of how Neymar wanted to go to Barcelona and so forth. But that wasn't a prison. PSG were like, if you want Neymar, pay the fee. So that's very different. If you want a contract, pay the fee. You know, see, the situation that we have here, guys, see, unless you guys have proof, you can't say anything against Bartomeu. Now, who knows? Bartomeu may be a criminal. He may have stolen money and everything. Who knows? That's all up for debate. But based on what else has happened, unless Messi and his father can go to court and prove that Barcelona and La Liga were wrong, I'm sorry, Messi, you were in the wrong. So guys, am I wrong in saying that? So unless you can prove that Barcelona and La Liga were wrong, so so Bartomeu was right. Bartomeu and Barcelona were right until they were proven wrong. In a sense, until proven guilty. So all those guys with those Bartomeu memes, Bartomeu's decline and everything, what are you going to say now? Because homeboy is staying. They have kept their stance and said 700 mil. You're still under contract. You're not going anywhere. You can't just leave. You are still a Barcelona player. Or what? What? Well, you guys have not been silent now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I love this. Bartomeu literally got criminally charged for corruption yesterday. He's a corrupt president. So an accusation is now guilt. Is that where we've now landed? So someone being accused means that person is now guilty. How does that work? Please tell me, how the heck does that work? Yes, he's been charged and so forth. Now he can go to court to prove his innocence. So all because he's charged doesn't mean he's guilty. And even if he's charged for corruption, what does this have to do with this case? So those two things can be mutually exclusive, where, okay, he was charged for corruption, but he's right about this contract. Those two things can still be the same. You see, I just pray that, Messi, you didn't do all of this whole thing based off trying to flex. That's what I just hope. And my thing is, this is what I believe, that this was probably like a verbal agreement. That this was not actually written on paper. If it's not written on paper or in stone, you can't just go because you have to have evidence. So what the hell was all this stuff for the past week, man? Yes, it's official. HH expect a statement from Messi. This was a waste of time, and Messi just a crybaby. Twice he did this, Argentina, now Barcelona, and shakes my head. See, I don't want to go down that road of calling Messi a crybaby. Or calling him that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. My whole thing is, this is where I stand, Mr. Said, is if you were not 100% sure, why even do this? Like, that's my thing. I have never in my life seen someone not turn up for training, not go to these kinds of things because he feels he's no longer a player, but he's not actually brought any proof that he isn't a player. It's weird. It's strange. It's strange. It is strange, man. It is absolutely strange. So Bartomeu has upset Messi to the point he wants to leave and is forcing manager to coach a player he allegedly doesn't want. To the point he wants to leave and is forcing a manager to coach a player he allegedly doesn't want. Look, you see, but you see, it's complex. because Bartomeu knows the amounts of value that Messi brings. So it's a tough one. Yes, you're like, okay, if he doesn't want to be here, let him leave. But Messi brings value on, but most importantly, off the pitch. The amounts of value he brings off the pitch is profound, and Barcelona know that. They know that to their bottom line, to their stakeholders, and so forth, and for their brand, Messi is hugely important. Hence why they offered him a 2-year extension. Because they're like, no, this is more than just football right now. This is business. This is business. This is shirt sale. This is merchandise. Because remember, there's a new Barcelona kit coming out next season. Hence why they put Messi on the poster for the new Barcelona kit. And that is how many millions more of cash based on all of the people that will buy the new kit with Messi at the back. So it's more than just football right now. It's business. Remember, this is a business. Yes, it's a football club, but it's a business as well. It's a business as well, So, yeah, man. See that this I'm upset. I'm upset. I wanted Braithwaite to get a number 10 jersey. That's sick. That is sick. You see, Messi. You see what you've now done. You see what I've now done? Guys, I have money. I've saved money to buy a Braithwaite number 10 jersey. I was ready to buy a Braithwaite number 10 jersey. I was going to wear that. Man. So look at what we've now done. Now I can't get a Braithwaite number 10 jersey. That is sick. Messi, you should be ashamed of yourself. You have denied us a number 10 Braithwaite jersey, which have been one of the most valuable jerseys in world football. That's sick. That's sick. That is absolutely, utterly sick. I believe Koeman will do pretty good, actually, if given time, and I think he's better off without Messi. I said this before. Remember, Barcelona have been chasing Koeman for a long time, for quite a while. And I think that, Koeman works as a reset. Look at what Koeman has done with the Netherlands. No Robin, no Van Persie, no Sneijder, totally new team, young team. And look at how he totally re-energized that team. So I thought Koeman would come in, re-energize Griezmann, re-energize the Us. They even say like Ousmane Dembele, he's now physically strong and everything, and is now re-energized. So, and I always say that, man, just give the Us a manager that believes in him. So Koeman will come in here. Let's take away all this the Messi-centric system is gone. The tiki-taka system is gone. And maybe the discussion Koeman had with Messi is that, Lionel, I am changing this entire. This system is going to change. You lost 8-2. You lost 8-2. Like, you can't lose 8-2 and start doing the same thing. So after 8-2, I've been brought in. We are changing everything. From the ground up, we are changing everything. These players are going. This is going to be a totally new team. So, and that is what was needed, because 8-2, that's bad. You can't see, Messi, there's nothing you can do for us to ignore. It will never ignore it. It can never happen. Okay? Because 8-2 is on par with 7-1. It's on par. So if after 8-2, you have to totally re-energize from the ground up. From the ground up. Club game is so much different than international. Can't compare them from a managerial standpoint. Koeman at Everton, though. But then Koeman at Southampton. Are we going to compare what he did at Southampton? And okay, Ancelotti at Bayern Munich. He didn't work out at Bayern Munich. When he was at Bayern Munich, it didn't work out, and he eventually got sacked. And that is a guy who has won 3 Champions Leagues and built a dynasty at AC Milan. So sometimes it works for some clubs, sometimes it doesn't, And Koeman now has much better players at his disposal than he did at Everton. What's it called? Moyes was great at Everton. He was horrible for Man United. So it's all about the players you have at your disposal and what is a right fit and so forth. So, and who knows? He may fail. It may not work. But I think the getting Koeman is a clear indication of we want to start from scratch, and I want to take Barcelona into a whole new psychology. Hence why I believe that this was a perfect opportunity for Barcelona to say, Messi, and also it's 2020. It's a perfect opportunity to say, let's rebuild. It's going to be scary. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but let's rebuild from the ground up. But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. What else are you guys saying, man? What are you guys saying? Messi chose to leave before Koeman. Don't get it twisted, and it's confirmed information. But you're not listening to what I'm saying. Let's say he already said he wanted to leave. They had a meeting. They had a meeting. That is fact. They had a meeting, and it could be a situation where after that meeting, Messi was convinced by his plans. But whatever happened in that meeting further confirmed to Messi that this manager's vision is not my vision. Because it could very be a situation where, like, after they had the meeting, Koeman convinced Messi that okay, well, I want to stay. But they had a meeting, and after that meeting, thing said, "What's up?" Oh, Messi dropping a video in 9 minutes. Said, I'm done. Said, I'm done. Let him drop a mixtape. Let him drop a flipping mixtape. Said, I am done. You dragged us for a whole 2 weeks of this stuff. 2 weeks, and after all that, you stay. After all that, you stay right now. I mean, give me a flipping break. Give me a flipping break, man. I'm just pissed off, man. We could have had, guys, this could have been huge. We could have had an amazing, amazing summer. Messi to Man City, Barcelona, that would have been amazing. But now it's just same old, you know what, Messi? Sleep, sign that contract extension. I want you to sleep at Barcelona. Stay there. Stay at that club. Remain at that club. Stay there, man. Steve, what was waste of time, man? Of course, it's a flipping waste of time. You know? So, no, let's see. As I said again, no. My thing, yes, they said he was going to stay, but I thought I was going to be wrong. Remember, I said he was going to stay way, way, way back. But the amounts of stuff that was said, Jorge Messi going through, and listen, he still believes that he should be leaving because he doesn't accept this whole contract thing. So the key thing here is he is staying because he feels he is forced to stay. I thought that he would stay because he wants to stay. Now, blah blah. He thought about that and he then changed his mind. But no, this is like, oh, I still want to leave. I still want to go, but I'm saying because I have to stay because I don't feel I have a strong enough argument to leave. That's different. So so Barcelona fans, cool. I know he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. He's amazing and so forth. You know, he's got 5 World Cups. He's got 5 Copa Americas. He's got 16 champions. I know. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I know he's the GOAT. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You have a player that doesn't that wanted to leave you. And you still cheer him, you still love him because he's brought so much. He said he didn't turn up to training. He didn't turn up to he didn't turn up. He didn't tell anyone anything. He didn't turn up to training. So he literally quits on you after 8-2. At your worst moments, he quits on you. And he didn't change his mind. He's been forced to stay contractually. So Barcelona fans, how are you going to ride? 2 minutes for reality. wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by 2 minutes for reality? What do you mean by that? 2 minutes for reality. How do you mean? Well, what's what happened in 2 minutes? This dude, man. Look, man, when are they announcing Havertz, man? Please, man. When are they let's talk about something proper. When are they announcing Havertz? Because guys, we're doing a live for Havertz, man, for sure. When are they announcing Havertz? Okay. When are they announcing Havertz, man? Yeah. I mean, wait. Are you guys really waiting for this Messi announcement? Really? Nonsense, man. I don't know. I have no idea. So you're staying This is a rebuild. This is a rebuild. And is it smart to build a team around a 33-year-old? A 33-year-old that doesn't want to be here. See, that's the key thing. Messi can be the most amazing player in the world. He doesn't want to be here. He is being kept here against his will. He's being kept here against his will. That's it. I won't be surprised if he signs a contract extension and actually retires at Barcelona. Why do I believe this nonsense? I feel like, Said, guys, I'm telling you this right now. You could have a situation where Barcelona maybe win La Liga, or they maybe get to the Champions League semis, and Messi says, "You know what? I've changed my mind. I want to stay. I want to stay." You know. But like, see, guys, I just pray. I pray that this doesn't want that this doesn't want that this wasn't a stunt, man. This wasn't a stunt. I just pray this wasn't a stunt. I just pray that this was not a stunt, man. That's just what I know, man. He should not cost that much. He's 33, man. Only has 2-3 seasons at the top level left. They can get him for free next season when his contract expires. He should cost 100 million max. You see, no, my thing about it is that, is it smart to say, is it really smart to say that is this a smart move to lose Messi potentially on a free next season? That's my thing. So Barcelona, you're playing a very dangerous game because yes, he may sign a contract extension. What if he doesn't? You're going to lose your greatest ever player for nothing. For nothing. You know? Whereas you could have received some cash from him, because Barcelona are banking on Messi's loyalty and believe that Messi will sign a contract extension. That's what they're banking on. That's what they're banking on, man. Bro, this is it. But this is wait. This is it's not reverse psychology, man. It's not reverse psychology. Look, he is going to release a video that says he is staying and he will remain. And my thing is, under what psychology, guys, I'm only dealing with facts here. I'm only dealing with facts here. I just want to, I'm speaking to the Barca fans right now. How do you feel? How are you going to take this? Are you joyous? Are you happy that a dude that tried to leave, is been forced to stay, is now staying? Do you have any pride in your club? That's what I'm saying. Because I'm speaking to Barcelona. I'm not speaking to Messi fans. I know that there are guys who are Messi fans. I'm not speaking to you guys. I'm speaking to Barcelona fans right now. So for Barcelona fans, how are you interpreting this? How are you going to say that? Guys, the dude is staying, man. The dude is staying. You see, so guys, look, man. Let's see what this backhouse sensors pricks are saying, man. They wasted all of our time, man. Wasted all of our freaking time for nothing, man. Oh yeah, see, Messi will post a video in 9 minutes saying his state. Get lost, man. I don't even know that. From your boy Natsa, at least Barca will get a farewell speech from him. Yeah, I suppose we I suppose you mean a farewell speech in the video or a farewell speech at the end of the season? That's what I'm not. I mean, for if a farewell speech were, because yeah, look, this may be more ideal because now you now have a final season. You see, if Messi says, I am staying and this will be my final season for Barcelona because I want to see my final season at Barcelona and at the new camp, then it'll be like, aha, at least we can now enjoy Messi for one final season, you know, which is wild, because, and I think that's the key thing. If he says specifically, I am not signing a contract extension, and that's what I wanted to say, that I want in this video, I wanted to say that I am staying for one more season and that's it. Then for Barcelona, you morons, you are going to lose this dude on a free. That is madness. That's madness, you know. But maybe they're saying that this is, from maybe Barcelona's point of view, it's a lesser of two evils. Do you want to be the president that's allowed Messi to go, rather than him? Because now he's now going off his own volition. So now, you know, you're now choosing to go and leave free. Do you really want to be that guy that you actually allowed Messi to transfer to another club? So, but they're still both as bad as each other. And at least he will take the. I don't think relax. As soon as he will take the mic for the second time. Look, Messi, please don't take that mic, man. Please don't take that mic, man. But look, guys, what if Barcelona win the Champions League this season? Messi's final season, his final hurrah, final hoopla, and you know, we had all this aggro, and he wins and he delivers the Champions League to these boys in their final season. What if he does that? I mean, that's a perfect story. That's a perfect story, man. That's a perfect story, man. That's a perfect story because he could. As a Barca fan, it's better he leaves for free than send him to another club. Nearly all of Barca legends have gone for free. But this is unlike any other legend. Think about it. Think about all of the legends that have left for free and at Barcelona. Have they done more or contributed as much as Messi has to the club? Fine, cool. If you're fine in him leaving for a free, all right, cool. I just think that from a business point of view, to lose your greatest player ever for nothing, fine. And maybe this, so for Barcelona, maybe this is how they want it to be. That all right, we want you to have, but remember they offered him a contract extension though. Don't forget that. They offered him a contract extension, man. So but yeah, but look, man, I mean, see, my thing about it is that how I truly hope and pray that this is a great season for Barcelona, or at least a good season, that they win either a La Liga, a Copa del Rey, or a Champions League. It would be unfortunate if it's a season where it's tough, Koeman gets sacked like halfway through and they struggle. But now I'd be interested to see how Koeman sort of fits him into this squad and so forth, man. But yeah, man, look, I said again, look, he'll but that's the thing, look, again, that's just where the confusion lies. Your father and your agent says that you can leave for free and the release clause doesn't mean anything, but you're now staying. I mean that's wild. That's wild. From where Red Devil says that, how badly will Barca lose in the CL? 10-1. Red Devil, I think that maybe, because the way things happen in life, maybe the adverse will happen. Maybe because there will be such low expectations for Barcelona, maybe this will actually be like a sort of a blessing in disguise for these dudes. Maybe just be a blessing in disguise for these dudes, man. So, but guys, look, man, I think we're done here. So, guys, look, man, I'm not going to watch this video. I am waiting for Kai Havertz, because when Kai Havertz is announced, we will be going live. When Havertz is announced, we will be going live again we're going to be popping bottles, guys. So, guys, remember, as soon as Kai Havertz is announced, we're going to be popping bottles. We'll be popping bottles for Kai Havertz, man, because that is a celebration day. I am done with Messi. This will be my last video on this whole transfer saga and so forth. I would like to thank Lionel and his entourage for wasting all of our times. But, guys, maybe this could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe Messi could come back to Barcelona and the new regime under Ronald Koeman can maybe be beneficial, can maybe be cool, and can maybe be something that can really help to liven the whole thing. So maybe this could be a successful season. Dare I say, a potential trouble. Guys, be swell, be true, be real. Chelsea treble loading. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting